2, and 1. Rise up and
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, I know the Gooners went crazy for that clip. They probably like, yeah, moan more.
Are you human? Are you human?
I'm actually not a robot. I'm a robot that only takes dick.
What the Now that is a lustful demon. Stay away from that. Streamers have a crazy gooning problem. Let's get it.
It feels like every time I get tapped into the internet, I'm constantly just seeing extremely lustful content. Content that is clearly geared towards Gooners. And let's be honest, in terms of who's mainstream, the primary audience for these streamers are children. It's the new cable television. It's the new daytime programming. Content has replaced what we grew up with. And instead of
content have completely taken over, bro. TV don't even exist no more, bro. Everybody on every streaming platform, whether it's Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, like, bro, content creators are taking over, bro. Like, we are the new TV to the kids. That's tough.
With, I don't know, Adventure Time, you're growing up with 32-year-old women telling a fresh 18-year-old that it's legal, so it's cool.
32?
32?
That's how old am I? Just by my look. Look me in my eyes.
I see the cake already, so it already kind of skewed.
Does that even change it?
I mean, it's legal. It's to your birthday, so it's still okay.
Nigga, that's demonic. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta keep it real.
Bro, these biddies go... Man, bro. Clout is probably the worst drug ever, bro. Like, these girls, it's to the point, bro, they don't care how you look. As long as you got status, you in the dough. All of them going. I ain't gonna say all of them. Not every girl going, but majority of these women make it look bad for most women, gang, because they really just don't care. Their morals is just out the door. Like,
look, I hate to say it, but if the roles were reversed, we'd be eyeing this. We just had so many people talking about the Lil Tay situation because she turned 18 and immediately after she drops an OnlyFans and all these people are subscribing. That's weird. Like, yeah, it's legal, but morally, like, as a grown woman, like, this really like a grown woman too. You can tell. Like, this a grown woman and she over here saying it's legal to an 18-year-old. I'll definitely come back to that clip later. But you just had to see this increasingly lustful content is on the rise because teenagers with raging hormones are going to eat it up. And when you add in the parasocial factor, you now have an entire generation addicted to internet dopamine via lustful content. I've been yambling, but you already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually talk about just how lustful content has gotten. Let's start with the succubus herself, Zoe Spencer. And obviously we all know Zoe Spencer was moving wicked a couple months ago. I even made a video on it because I felt like it needed to be said that she was just a weird person. We all seen the clip of her violating someone's boundaries. Once again, she was on her lustful timing and she did this.
Y'all wanna hear my butt clap?
No. Bro, Zoe, I ain't gonna lie. Over the years, Zoe did get out of hand, bro. Once she got her big break in the streaming world, she been going crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She have been going crazy, but I think she kind of slowed down a bit. I don't really watch it as much as I was before, but...
Okay, I'm gonna really let y'all hear it. Hold on, watch this. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna do it off the camera.
I know it's so easy to look at this and say, hold on, this shorty making it clap. But honestly, I'm just tired, man. I'm not trying to scroll down the timeline and see a streamer clearly baiting their audience with Gooner content. It's just low quality clips. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's just... And if you remember what I was saying earlier, this is the new television for children. And if this is how streamers are gonna go viral, then what about the kids?
Bro,
and
that's what makes it so dangerous as a content creator. Cause like what you put out and the bigger you grow as a creator, kids gravitate to that. That's like the scariest thing is leading a kid into the wrong direction. That's why I like content creators, bro. We gotta watch what we do and say, I understand stuff be funny and stuff like that, but sometimes you gotta like look at the bigger picture of certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think, bro, kids eventually like gonna grow up and stuff like that. So like what we dishing out on the net is like, you know what I'm saying, it could heavily inspire them to do certain stuff. That's why you gotta watch what you put out on the net at the same time, even though stuff be funny, but you gotta be real like considerate of what you dropping on your YouTube channel, or what you doing on Twitch, or whatever you do content wise. Even TikTok, that's what most people at, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Video is gonna be mostly about just how lustful the media landscape has gotten and how normalized this is. And big on it being normalized, because what do you mean this is her talent? And honestly, beyond just making this normalized for clearly a young audience, it just puts women in a bad light. I don't know why anyone would want to normalize the of women, especially women, but you know what, Zoe Spencer's gonna play into it. She's weird like that. And what makes it especially weird is because it's really just that perception and how it puts this type of content on such a pedestal that it almost feels like, with how much it's pushed and how much it's created, it's meant to condition the viewer to think the same thing. I'll give you prime example, DDG. Currently he's working on some type of love show or whatever, but he's one of the biggest girl content gimmick spammers, so it's within character. But he started listing sub goals for the show, and I just couldn't help but raise my eyebrows.
Yeah, I think this is good, bro. I think this is good for now. Like, if we want to change it, mind you, this, I'm gonna be on stream for 24 hours. If we want to change something, we can. I think this is solid. I think these first right here, up to 55K, up to 60K, solid. I don't know how I feel about Fear Factor. I don't think that's even worth being at 65K, to be honest.
Obviously, not everything on this list is freaky, except for the twerk contest. But let's just keep it real. DDG is a girl content merchant, like flat out. He's always around the shorties.
That nigga paved the way for girl content. Like he was one of the people who paved the way for girl content. I ain't gonna lie. I do want to get more into girl content, but like my girl content ain't gonna really be centered around like freaky stuff. Like I only got one girl collab on my channel, and we did like a mystery box mukbang type vibe. But like when I do content with certain girls, like I don't want to overly sexualize it, because I'm kind of out of that phase of like, you know, the lustful guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't kind of killed my lust at this point, so I don't want my content to be centered around that. Now, it might be certain jokes and I'll make a certain, you know, flirty vibes, but like, I'm not gonna drill lustful acts, you know what I'm saying? Into people's mind, you feel me?
And the little freaky stuff. And streaming is primarily consumed by teenagers. His content is really just women. So obviously, like, it's gonna rub me the wrong way. And let's just keep it real. Even though all these may not be freaky in general, sleep stream, for instance, you think nothing's gonna happen. And even if nothing were to happen during a sleep stream, I think the general consensus on girl content is that it's bad. Kids are watching. You're reducing women to be tools for content and engagement. That is not creative. But beyond that, it's not even just about how this content lacks creativity. It just feels lazy as shit and degenerate. We've seen these streamer dating shows. It's always the same thing. These niggas get LA hoes who are there purely for the clout. They gonna flirt a little bit, look good on camera, and maybe contribute to the freaky content, and that's it. It's very similar to the rapper collab era. At first, everyone was like, it's cool, and the novelty of it at the time made people not really bat an eye, and then they realized that these were just live streamed hangouts. And with this type of content, I'm just waiting for people to realize that some of this stuff is really just live streamed softcore. Now is the perfect time to talk about workout streams and gym streams. And I'm gonna definitely need y'all to let me know if I'm tripping, because I definitely could be. But I really feel like this stream is not being watched because people are eager to learn about stretching or working out.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up and
Oh my gosh.
Yo, why she?
go.
Bro, hold on. She obviously did that on purpose. She not feeling that workout that much.
And 1. Rise up and
Oh my gosh.
Like
go
what?
sit down on your carriage for a second. You can take off the booty band and just.
She. Oh my! I know the Gooners went crazy for that clip. They probably like, yeah, moan more. Y'all niggas are weirdos.
Go and sit down on your carriage for a second. You can take off the booty band and just stretch out your glutes.
Figure for
And honestly, I feel like it'd be disingenuous to say this is absolutely not Gooner bait. And by the way, this is Lala Batista, and she be around DDG, which I think is very telling. But I don't think it's far off to say Shorty is playing into her strengths, which is being a conventionally attractive woman. But at what cost? Making content that appeals to a certain demographic. But you know what? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe niggas are genuinely tuned in to watch these women work out. Maybe. Anyways, sometimes though, the let's just be overt. It's not hidden behind girl content or hidden behind flirting. It's just overt, obvious, and annoying.
So you wake up, go to sleep.
So basically, you're a prostitute.
Yo!
No, I would say more like.
No, you're basically.
Are you human? Are you human?
I'm actually not a robot. I'm a robot that only takes dick.
What the Now that is a lustful demon. Stay away from that. She gonna ruin your life, my nigga. She gonna ruin your life. Y'all hear her mindset? Just her just the mindset alone just gonna turn a nigga off. Like, niggas not even thrilled by this. Only niggas who would be thrilled by this is Hall of Fame gooners. Niggas who never touched a female, never been around a female. Like, those type niggas get off to this.
I'm actually not a robot. I'm a robot that only takes dick.
Like, nigga, what?
Fucking weird.
Like,
Dick.
dick.
Yeah, I deposit there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is horrible. So you got 5 niggas talking to a hoe on stream just to yap about things. That's content. It really don't be sitting right with my spirit, because I grew up with niggas like Corey Kenshin. Niggas was gaming. You had Smosh doing skits, but this is what the kids of the current generation have. They have streamers who are inviting hoes on stream to come and talk freaky for the camera. It's just so degenerate.
Now, that is crazy that she got that mindset though. Like, all you know is dick. Like, what? Like, you serious, love? Like, what is...
Got 5 grown men all here giggling and kikiing about it. And we all know grown men not coming home watching this. And if they are, that's sad. But there was one final thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to the lust problem, and that's the fact it isn't just impressionable young viewers, it's also younger streamers. So young Dabo has recently turned 18, and to celebrate, Max put him on a date with various women. And now it's time to come back to the clip I told you niggas we was gonna come back to.
I'm 32.
32. Okay. That's how old you are. Just by my looks. Look me in my eyes.
I see the cake already, so it already kind of skews.
Does that even change it?
I mean, it's legal. It's still your birthday, so it's still okay.
Anyways, like, what do you provide for the table? What do you provide?
What I provide,
And you know, I do be seeing comments with people asking me why I don't mess with Max, and it's just things like this I can't get down with. I don't think you should be putting freshly 18-year-old boys on dates with grown women, especially not grown LA hoes who do anything for content. Because I'm always gonna ask, what do these grown women have in common with these young men? And I guaranteed if this was swapped, people would begin to understand that this is crazy. What makes it worse is that it wasn't
that
just
is
Max.
a double standard about this shit though. Like, if it was a dude in that position talking to an 18-year-old, that nigga would get crucified. You know what I'm saying? Bro wouldn't even be able to hop on another stream. But since it's women get away with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way of life, how things is. Like, people tend to not take certain things women do as serious as a man doing it. But it's just crazy how life is, bro.
To put Dabo around these grown women was also Reggie.
Yo, listen. Hold on. Listen. Fon's gonna come up here. Cut that out. Cut all that rap out. Cut all that rap out. Fon's gonna pull up. They too.
Come on up with that ass on him. Whoa.
Play the song.
Bro, clout is one hell of a drug, gang. I guarantee if Dabo wasn't who he was, these girls wouldn't even give him the time of day. So the fact that they twerking on this nigga, that let you know everything itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, but you could tell by how they carry themselves, they really just don't care at all.
Come on up with that ass on him. Whoa.
Like,
Play the song.
even he's scared.
I'm pretty sure at the time of this clip, Dabo wasn't even 18, he was 17. So these grown women who had no qualms about his age were just all on his body despite how uncomfortable he was looking. And this is where the conversation gets a little different, because the only time people find issue with content like this is under very specific circumstances, which would be the inverse of it. As in, hey, what if this was a girl in the scenario instead of a boy? Because if it was a grown man making a young girl uncomfortable, there is going to be outrage, and that's the issue. It needs to be consistent. We shouldn't overlook stuff like this just because Dabo's a guy. And this double standard is what keeps people from recognizing that this type of content is bad, even when it doesn't fit a specific mold. And now I kind of want to just give my thoughts on why Reggie and Max were comfortable getting these grown women to interact with Dabo. And the short answer is, it's a curse. Young black men are often perceived as older or capable of handling mature topics and subjects. So oftentimes they're growing up too fast, or they're being exposed to graphic material. In other words, it's normal to have black boys around these predatory older women because they can handle it. So while I dislike that niggas did this, I can understand where it comes from and how, generally speaking, that is a curse that plagues the black community. But it's all connected, because let's be honest, you normalize lust and now you're not even batting an eye at the little stuff. But that's just how I feel. And if you enjoyed, subscribe for more unsolicited opinions, join my membership, join my Discord. I do want that shit to be active. Y'all be easy. Bye-bye.
But yeah, bruh, lust is taking over streaming, bruh. You know what I'm saying? This what the younger generation got to look up to. So it's going to be a lot of gooning going around, because everybody ain't going to recognize what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it is entertainment. So people, they're going to continue to do it. But lust, y'all got to limit the lust. You know what I'm saying? Like, try your best, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know it'd be tough for certain niggas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have self-control. But try your best to limit it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The kids are watching. You feel me? But we not perfect, no. We gonna continue to mess up, you know what I'm saying? But that's tough, you know what I'm saying?